Hello, lovely people. It's C. I didn't get to do a video. The reason I've popped on tonight is I just went back to my community post. So I did a community post this morning to kind of apologise that I didn't have time to create a video and edit it and upload it. Basically, I was trying to find time this afternoon, being a person that works full time and finding it a bit of a challenge to find free time. I was going to concentrate and do a bit of learning, as you do. So I thought I'd just pop on live because there was a comment left that said, you know, obviously it actually could have been good. I could have done a quick short and talked about what I talked in my community posting. And it would help the algorithm. Now, I find it difficult to appear on camera. I know I have a huge effort to see my mug on a video, but I have so much to say. That's why I tend to, or used to, blog a lot. So I thought I'd just come live and really talk about what I wrote in my community post this morning. It was nothing to do with 1940s, really. Obviously, I was just apologising, saying, yeah, I don't have the time really to create a video, edit it and upload it. But what I was addressing was some of the real worries, I guess, I have about time and around time and how much availability of time. So, you know, for anybody that knows me or has followed my channel for a while, oh, I've gone all red. I've gone all red. It's like I'm a little bit embarrassed, a bit flushed. Anyway, for anybody that knows me, I work full time. I have two of my grown-up children living at home with me. I'm a carer for one of them. I run several groups and YouTube channels and pages and things like that around a lot of passions which I have, which is 1940s meals, rationing during World War II. Obviously my ongoing battles with weight loss, which is, you know, really difficult for me. It's been an ongoing battle, obviously, for 25 years. So it's difficult to put those things out there sometimes. Sometimes I'd rather just hide in a corner and scribble away in my journal or my diary. But I am passionate about sharing things, sharing some of my knowledge or gaining knowledge from other people. So I absolutely love YouTube and I love community groups. So these things are my passion. But I digress because I always go off on a tangent, don't I? My worry is I'm at an age now where I'm 58, so I've got what, 8 or 9 years left till I retire. And I've got to a stage where you know, I earn what a lot of 20-year-olds earn. So I have never progressed my career. I'm not ambitious. No, I'm just not ambitious, but not in a lazy way. I love doing what I do. And to me, it's more important to do what you love doing than do what you hate and earn big money. That isn't important to me in the slightest. However, one caveat being that suddenly now I've hit 58 earlier this year. And although I have a rainy day fund, which I've worked extremely hard to build on a small income as a single person, so I've worked extremely hard to build this this rainy day fund. Basically, it gives me that little bit of well, it keeps the anxiety away. So if I was to lose my job or something happened, I could probably maybe take 6 months off and survive. Yeah, so what I really wanted to say was I've got to the age of 58 and now I want to move my career forward. Now, that doesn't mean moving out of the company I work for. Far from it. I really like my job there. But our company has recently been taken over. And obviously they're going to scale the company and they're going to move forward. Probably the company will grow over the next year or two. And it's a brilliant time to perhaps want to move my career forward into an area that I'm really interested in. I am a social media executive for a ISO certification company. So I run all their social media channels. I built their YouTube channel from scratch. I basically manage all their channels and I love it. I also do live webinars and things like that with people from different countries who talk about ISO certification. So I love getting my hands dirty. I love creating graphics. I love doing copy, short copy. Absolutely love my job. Been doing it for years, but I really love teaching people things and sharing information and also being able to create learning. I was asked to do some projects last year, end of last year, which put me right outside my comfort zone. I agreed to do them with not being fully sure if I could do them. But what that enabled me to do was I don't know, learn a few things and create actually something I was pretty proud of. And this was 6 learning modules using an animation software. And I really sparked an interest. So I started looking into what I found out to be was called instructional design. And it's using learning theories, but also presenting learning material in a way that engages people, that is accessible to many people. So people may have slight coloured blindness. Some people may not be so good, might be auditory learners. You know, they might need visual learning. So it's really just appealing to everybody and making sure people take on information and remember it. The more I looked into this, the more I thought, I need to do this. There's such a benefit for any business, really, using learning modules to, you know, whether it's internal and helping people learn things like health and safety, whether it's about cybersecurity, whether it's about behaviour at work, whether it's about customer service. All these things can be taught in a really great and memorable way, and it's accessible to all. And I thought, this is what I want to do. This is going to be my niche. This is what I want to do more of. So since the beginning of the year, I don't have much free time. As I said, I work full time. I spend a lot of time putting hours in caring for my younger grown-up daughter who struggles with some mental health issues. She doesn't get out of the house at all. I don't really want to speak any more about it then because I want to keep her privacy, but it involves a lot of work on my behalf to help her. So when I take those 2 components, I have very little time. So what time I got, sometimes I have to decide, can I do a bit of learning myself or do I produce a YouTube video? Typically when I create a video and edit it and upload it, it can take, well, I just do it as fast as I can, and it usually takes me from recording it to editing it to uploading it, takes a minimum of 4 hours. Now, for some people, it can take all day. I'm quite fast at doing it, but still, it's half a day. It's a lot of time. Oh my gosh, I just seen some comments come up at the bottom because I've been waffling on. 10,000 days of gratitude. Now, 10,000 days of gratitude. Thank you for leaving a comment. They actually left a comment which spurred me to do a live of, I don't know, have I ever done a live before? I may have done one. But yeah, it takes a lot of guts to come on and speak live because you just don't know what you're going to talk about. But anyway, so I thought I'd come on really and discuss more what I'd been talking about on the community post this morning. Let's have a look at these comments. I looked up instructional design, your portfolio on YouTube and your blogs about your passions. I also think you can choose to continue to work after 67. Now, yes, indeed. And I think I may have to, because obviously I was talking about some of the things that I don't have in place that a lot of people my age do. A lot of people my age in their late 50s often have most of their mortgage paid, if not already have paid their mortgage. Sometimes people are in a partnership, so there's 2 incomes coming into a family. Some people have been very savvy and they've taken out a works pension, a private pension, and they've been able to prepare for their retirement. Now, apart from my rainy day fund, which I've saved for years for, I only have a very small private pension, which, you know, and I rent, and the rent here is extortionate. Honestly, it's like 1,045, or is it 1,075 I pay per month. Yeah, it recently went up over £200, so I struggle with that, and I've got to the stage where I am afford my rent, and I can pay my way, but only just. And obviously, if our rent goes up more, it's going to be a real struggle. So that's why I kind of need to move my career on a bit. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I hope I can bring this to my work because I really enjoy it. And I think I will be able to. But that's what I'm trying to do at the moment, is just learn a few more things. And hopefully that will help me out and, you know, push me forward and give me a little bit of extra income so I can continue to stash that away. But yes, yeah, you can make ISO certification on media, you can get freelance work for other brands, and your ID will be yet another skill in your offering. And yes, and last year, this is what I did. So, but I was earning a bit of extra income, so I was writing articles for other businesses in my local area. One got into a magazine. So it was, yeah, I was doing these freelance articles, earning me 100 quid each time, probably taking me 4 hours to write, but probably another 2 or 3 hours to factually make sure everything I was putting down and cite everything. It takes a lot. And quite honestly, you know, like I explained, with working full time and also being a carer, and trying to run my own YouTube channel and pages and everything, that's what really helps me emotionally and mentally as well. So I really haven't done much freelance stuff this year because I just haven't had the time to do that. If I did the freelance stuff, I would probably have to not do any of my other stuff, like my YouTube channel, or I may not, you know, I probably wouldn't be able to give the care and attention to my youngest, who's really struggling at the moment. So yeah, that's probably why. In an ideal world, I love working and stuff, so I probably would spend a lot more time doing freelance stuff, but it's just not really possible at the moment. It's finding a good work-life balance. I think that's really important. A live chat was a great solution. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you actually said that, because that's so true. I could have popped on and I could have done a short for a few minutes, but I thought, you know, I'm just sat here. I've just eaten, what did I have? Baked potatoes. I think I ate 3 baked potatoes and a few veggies and a bit of hummus. And I really enjoyed that. I got a full belly. I was on Netflix watching What the Hack? Was it Gut Hack or something? Actually, it was really fascinating. It was talking about gut biome and how we should aim for 30 different types of fruit and vegetables every week. And one thing I didn't know, when we take probiotics, or we have probiotics in yogurts, or we take probiotic capsules, those bacteria, great, but they're not the type of bacteria that flourish in the gut. So basically you have to keep on taking them to benefit from the bacteria, whereas a good variable gut biome has certain types of bacteria within it that grow and flourish. It was absolutely fascinating. And when it talked about why people get colon cancer, or why people get ulcers, or a really sore gut, or have gut problems, it's literally because one of the things obviously is having a good gut flora, and the second thing also is the fact that you're not getting enough fiber from fruit, fiber from vegetables, not from obviously processed food and stuff. So it's having this abundance of fiber that makes sure that your food goes down in your intestines and colon and stuff, and gets to all the bacteria that need to feed off. This builds up mucus in the inside, and then your gut biome and your bacteria, your healthy bacteria, feed off this. If you don't have that, it begins just to eat the mucus, and that's where the problems are caused. It was absolutely fascinating. Anyway, the topic was, so I would highly recommend that. It was on Netflix. I think it's called Hack Your Gut. No, that sounds terrible. Hack Your Health, and it was about gut biome, and it's only been added in recently. Absolutely fascinating. It's got the guy that from Zoe in there. Is it Tim Spector? I've got one of his books, so I should remember his name. But yeah, it was a really fascinating documentary. Just finished watching it. There we are, going off at a tangent again. So what have we got? Christine Wright. So glad I turned on my laptop. It's Chrissy. I commented on your last, I think, about our mutual struggle with weight loss and gain when coping with stress. I am happy to say I am losing again. That's great news, Chrissy. All we can do, isn't it, is just get up every day. And if we've had a bad day or we've had a bad morning, just keep on going. Just keep on going. And this is what I've been doing. I weighed in, like I talked about, went back to the doctors, and all my scales are so different. So I've been weighing on these little scales, which I bought, brand new scales, maybe a couple of years ago, and I've been weighing on these little scales. Yeah, I thought this is a bit odd because my weight was showing something like 240 pounds. And then when I compared my face especially and the clothes I was wearing, when I compared that to when the last time which I got down to that weight, which was back in 2020, I thought, I look bigger than I did then. So yeah, so obviously I jumped on my big scales, which are the ones I thought were horribly incorrect. And they showed a discrepancy of about £20, £15, something like that. So when I went to the doctors, so I've started going back to the doctors, and I meet Karen, my health and wellness nurse, once a month, and she does a quick weigh-in. Oh, my arm is shaking. She does a health and wellness check on me once a month. She weighs me and we just have a quick chat. She's absolutely lovely. I love her. And so on their scales, fully clothed, with my shoes on, I think the last time I was like 273, 74 pounds, something like that. I can't actually remember. So I'm going to do that once a month, and then I will update my channel with the doctor's scales every month, and continue doing it that way. Yeah, so like you, Chrissy, I'm just taking it one day at a time. Some days I'm having a good day, some days a bad day. What I'm not doing is putting loads of pressure on, and I'm just trying to fill my day with as much healthy food as possible and as much as I want. I guess the only limitation that I'm trying to do at the moment is trying to stay below 2,000 calories at the moment. Doesn't always happen, but most days it's pretty good. So hopefully I'll have lost a few pounds when I check in on next Friday. I go to the doctors, so I'll do an update next weekend. Yeah, so it's lovely. Thank you for commenting and leaving comments, everybody. I really appreciate seeing that. I'm trying to read them on my little phone here. Oh, thank you for all the comments. That's really nice. Oh, macrobiome. I like to use kefir for bacteria as well as lots of fibre. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important. The programme I was watching, it was saying it was really, really important, obviously, to get your fibre from whole food sources, so your fresh fruits and things like that. So that was a really important thing to do. So this is, I do eat a lot of fresh fruit and vegetables anyway. So I'm just going to just stuff my face more with these, and I think that's really, really handy and good to do that. So Trina Quilts, what's your go-to meal when you prepare when you don't feel like cooking at all? It doesn't often happen, and I tell you why, because when I do cook something, like tonight I had baked potato, but I didn't just cook a couple of baked potatoes for me. Oh, excuse me. I cooked like a huge bag of potatoes. So I had 9 or 10 baked potatoes there. So I had some, I gave some to my eldest daughter. I've put a couple away for my youngest daughter. They're all in their 20s, by the way, and 30s. And then I've got some more for tomorrow. So I always tend to have something that's already cooked or on standby that I can reach to. Now, if that happens, that's absolutely brilliant. I do the same with stew. I'm a huge fan of stew, especially in the colder weather. So I will always make triple portions, have a big bowl of stew, have some on standby. So if I really want to create, I really fancy overeating, for instance, or eating something, I can go for another bowl of stew and get a lot of satisfaction out of that, and knowing that that's good substantial food. And I'll always have some in the fridge. So I tend to go for keeping leftovers in the fridge and using those. Porridge, Porridge is another good one. I absolutely love fruits as well. So I always have apples on the side and bananas, because now I can have bananas. I'm just absolutely going crazy for them. It was so hard last year not being able to eat a banana. Like you don't, you take it for granted to have all these things. So I think I've been a bit like a kid in a candy shop having melons and bananas and things like that. Yeah, so I would say that's probably my go-to food and go-to meals. I'm not really cooking many 1940s meals at the moment. Like I said, I did it for 10 months last year. Takes a lot to try and live that 100% and authentically. I got used to it. It took me maybe a month to get used to it. I had done it in the past. But yeah, it worked really, really well for me when I stuck to it. It was soon as after 10 months, my, I guess, yeah, it began to wane for me. It was very difficult to maintain that, and a few things happened, and I guess I used that as an excuse to then start eating foods that wouldn't have been available in the 1940s, and it doesn't take long for those cravings to come back, does it, you know? And before I knew it, over Christmas, I'd put 15 pounds on, and then another 5 pounds over the new year up to Easter. And that's where I am now, sort of, you know, whatever I am up, and that's 270 something pounds. And yeah, I'm just going to go by the doctor's scales and just keep going, and I'll update everybody once a month. I'll update everybody a minimum of once a month, but I only weigh in at the doctor's once a month, so I know that will be the most correct weight. Hi from India. Hi, Princey. It's lovely to hear from you. How's your knee? Are you able to walk much? This weekend was absolutely amazing. You know, like, walking is my whole life. I may be a big person, but for my mental health, getting out and walking in nature really helps me. And I've not been able to do that for nearly 3 months. And it's killed me. I've not been able to walk to work. It's only a mile away, and I've not been able to walk back. I've had to drive my car to work every month, which not only doesn't give you any exercise, but it costs £4.50. I work from the office in the morning, and I work from home in the afternoon because of sort of being around from my youngest daughter. And so not only are you not getting any health benefits, but your bank balance is rapidly going down, and it just doesn't stretch that far. But yes, I have been out for a walk yesterday. I walked for 40 minutes slowly, but I went for a walk for 40 minutes on my leg. And yes, it is sore. It always is sore at the moment, but it's not as bad as it used to be. And it didn't significantly swell up afterwards. So today, me and my eldest daughter went out, and we actually got to walk in a lovely park, which is not far from us, called the Lawns. We walked there. We did a small lap of the Lawns, which takes you through woodland, grassland. I think I put a picture up on my Instagram, which is half of C, but I'll put some photos up after this. I'll put it up in the community just to share with you. But the sense of well-being about being outside in nature on my feet. Yes, I did have to lean on my hiking pole a bit. I wore a knee brace as well. But the sense of well-being today was just, it was just so lovely to be out for a walk. And I was walking for nearly an hour. Now, I was walking slowly, but it doesn't matter. I was still on my feet for an hour, and my knee feels not too bad, you know. I might have to take some pills tonight if it does swell up and hurt, but we're getting there slowly. So I think next week I can actually manage to walk to work. We'll try it one day next week, see how it goes. Maybe drive the next day, and then try it for a second day. So I think within a couple of weeks, I'll be back to walking to and from work again, which will be lovely, because you get that exercise, don't you? Which is, I think, really important if you're trying to get healthy and lose some weight. What's your favourite World War II recipe book? Oh my goodness, I have so many. I think Marguerite Patton's books, I think they really got me into just being fascinated with recipes from World War II. But I've got quite a collection since then. So there's many different ones that I totally enjoy. But I think I always go back to Marguerite Patton's recipes. And also I like to go back to the Ministry of Food leaflets. I don't know, it's just something about them. But I do love some of the other recipe books which were brought out during the war, like Daily Telegraph and things. So they've taken readers' recipes, so they've tried it and they've used these recipes and they sent them in. Of course, I love to try all the traditional and iconic recipes like Brown Betty and, of course, Lord Walton pie. Oh, I haven't made one of those for months. I must do that again. I just like trying lots of different... Actually, wait a minute. Let me see. I don't know if you can see. It's very dark in here. I do apologise, but I've got quite a few books. Yeah, are you seeing? Am I showing you my bookshelf or not? I don't know. Well, I've got quite a few books there, so got quite a few books. Yeah, so if I find a book or I come across a book, I just devour it. I just love to see all the recipes. I don't know, do any of you have a favourite book? Is there one that you recommend, or do you like to read a specific book? I'd be interested to hear. So please drop your suggestions down below and I can look at them afterwards. That would be wonderful. Oh, hi, Claire. Oh, love seeing your walk on Instagram. Oh, thank you. For anybody that doesn't know, I've been talking with Claire. We follow each other on Instagram, and Claire lives in Cornwall, and I follow her journey, as it were. I love her channel, and yeah, we've been sending voice memos for forever, haven't we, Claire? I mean, we just catch up now and again, and I think that's the beauty of social media. You get a glimpse into other people's lives, and you can pick up bits and pieces and you know, tips they share, life tips. I think that's what we love, don't we, about watching other people on YouTube, and I certainly do, or Instagram or something, because it's genuine. It's people with genuine, real problems in normal houses. We all have our own different problems and challenges, don't we? And you'd feel less alone, don't you? So yeah, Claire, I totally enjoyed it. It was so nice getting out for a walk. Honestly, I cried on my way back. I said to Jess, and I said, Jess, it's just been amazing. I'm going to cry now. It's just been amazing just walking. Those little simple things that you take for granted. And I just haven't been able to get out far enough out of the house to go to a park. And I love nature. It's one of those things that, you know, helps me cope with day-to-day challenges, I guess. But yeah, no, Claire, I had a lovely walk. Rose, what we've talked about the favourite recipes. Oh, thanks, Rose. That's fine. You know, if you've got any favourite recipes or any favourite books, please just drop a comment down below. I'd love to read that afterwards, like I said. It's been at least 5 or 6 years, probably longer. Bloody hell, was it? Actually, yeah. When I think about it, doesn't time fly? Doesn't time fly? It's like when you have it's like, you know, like on social media and you have Facebook. When I moved back to Swindon, I kind of looked up the people that I used to go to school with. As you do, you get curious. So when I moved back to Swindon, which is where I grew up, and I moved back here in 2020, and I just wanted to see who was about. And of course, I still kept in contact with some of my school friends. But it didn't seem like, you know, some of us hadn't seen each other or didn't know anything about each other's lives for 20, what we're talking, 30, 40, how would it, 35 years? 50, 40 years? That's crazy. It doesn't ever seem that long, does it? And when you reconnect with people, we all look a bit different. For me, bigger, saggier, greyer, but, you know, we love each other just the way we are, as we are now. And it just seems in no time at all, that 40-year span, and suddenly we're all grown up on the downward slope, just with more life experience. I'd love to go back. I think I'd love to be probably about 35 years old with my current brain, because the problems you had when you were young were nothing really, but we couldn't cope with them, could we? we worried about the stupidest things that we just can brush off now, because we have that life experience. And yeah, it can be difficult for young people. It really can. Oh my gosh! I just seen a very nice comment from my eldest. The Scully Show, that's Jess. She's my eldest daughter. Most beautiful woman in the world, inside out, heart of gold. Love you, mama. We had such a nice talk when we went out walking today, and it's nice just grabbing those moments, because it is so difficult to connect when you have busy lives. And we need our own space as well. I'm an introvert, with extrovert tendencies, but I'm definitely an introvert. So I need to be out in nature. I need to read books. I need to have my space, my own time. Yeah, so sometimes we need to spend some of that time away from other people, but you obviously want to still connect and be with your family and the people you love. So for me, having an hour out walking today with Jess, who I adore, Jess, was just lovely. So yeah. Christine, me again. Love to read The Imperfectly Natural Woman. Hello, Claire. I'm in Cornwall too. Oh, I love to read The Imperfectly Natural Woman. I've never heard of that. I will look that up afterwards. Thank you for your suggestion. I will definitely look that up. Hi, eldest daughter. Your mama is lovely. Ooh. Well, I am happy-go-lucky. I am a chirpy sort, I guess. I do look on the bright side of life. But we do get challenges, and sometimes there are tears. You know, me and my eldest daughter, I think, are quite sensitive. And we sometimes have a blub together when we remember some of the sad bits. You know, people we've lost, pets we've lost. It can be difficult. But, you know, we're here for each other. Today, actually, we had a quite nice this morning. All three of us that live in the house, I dragged me hefty old printer out, and I got them to send me some pictures they wanted printed out, or some, you know, text, anything like that. So I try and have a printing session once a week for half hour. And Jess is filling her album up with some lovely memories. So, you know, I won't go into too much detail, but, you know, past pets and important and memorable times. And I think it's really important to remember those times, even though they can be painful. So we printed some lovely photos out, and she's inspired me to go and buy a couple of photo albums myself. So we like to do that just once a week, is just go and get the printer out and print out memories and put them in photo albums. So I'm going to start doing that too. So it's a good idea. We only have one life, don't we? It's good to remember all the times we had, because that's what shapes us. That's what gives us our strengths and our unique skills and abilities, isn't it? We learn from everything in our lives, no matter what challenges we have, the good days, the bad days, everything. Yeah, I wake up every day and I'm happy to wake up every day, and I just love that feeling, no matter what the challenges are, you know. I want to maintain that feeling as well. I guess I've been on here 20 minutes, and I tell you what. Oh, hang on. Hi, just saw you alive, Ali Roo. Hiya. Oh, I hope I haven't missed anybody. Hope you will get better soon from Princey. Thanks, Princey. Look at this unflattering angle. Me looking down my glasses, trying to read the comments. Do you know what? That's been lovely going live tonight. Maybe I should do it more often when I can't have time to do a video, because I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Actually made me feel buzzing, quite happy. I'm going to go and grab a cup of tea. I know it's not even 8 o'clock, but I might just put my gym jams on and go to bed and just enjoy another mug of tea. I'm quite tired. It's been a brilliant day. A bank holiday Monday, isn't it? So if we work, we've got Monday off. I got Monday off, and if that leg hasn't swollen up, I'm going to go out for another walk tomorrow. Yeah, Yeah, definitely going to do that after I've had lots of fresh coffee, which is one of those wonderful things I look forward to every single morning at the moment. So thank you for tuning in. It's been really, really nice. Maybe I'll do this next week and we can talk about some 1940s things. I'll be a little bit more prepared. Like I said, I just did this on the fly, no preparation. It was just because of the 10,000 Days of Gratitude. What is your name, by the way? I can just see what you said, 10,000 Days of Gratitude. For, I'm sure you have a lovely name, so it would be nice to share that. But yeah, maybe I'll do that next week. If I don't get to come on and do a video, which I may not, because, oh, like I said, it's the time. Is it finding the time? But Tanya, oh, thanks, Tanya. Yeah, it was a good idea that you give me a kick up the bum and just said, why didn't you do a short? So anyway, yeah, so I've got you to thank. You've made me feel all warm and fuzzy. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely evening. Take care. I hope you really enjoy your bank holidays tomorrow as well. Yeah, I will see you. Do you know what? I'm really embarrassed right now because I don't know how to switch the live off. So you may be with me all night. Honestly, I don't know how because I've not really done this before. We'll see. So if you see me pulling some silly faces, looking very weird in front of the camera, it's because I don't know how to switch it off. But I'll go and try and give it a go now. So take care. Have a lovely evening. I will see you next week and I'll see you soon. And thanks for all the support. Bye. I'll try and switch this off now.